Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Ready? 5 seconds. The wife opposite party number 1 filed on 24/12/85 case under section 125 CRPC being miscellaneous case number 149 of 1985 against the petitioner husband claiming maintenance allowance for herself and her minor son on the ground of neglect and refusal on the part of the petitioner to maintain them. The opposite party number 1 filed written objection on 26/8/86 admitting that the applicant was his illegally married wife and that the minor son for whom the maintenance was claimed by the applicant was born out of the wedlock. During the pendency of that miscellaneous case, the petitioner filed on 21/12/88 on application under section 3B and section 7 of the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986 praying for rejection of the application that was filed under section 125 CRPC alleging that he had divorced his wife on 16/3/88 and that the said divorce was intimated to the applicant by the Muslim Marriage Registrar of Kangsa and that in view of the said divorce and the pendency of the application under section 125 CRPC on 19 May 1986, the date on which the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986 had come into force, the said application under section 125 is not maintainable. The applicant under section 125 CRPC opposed the said application of the petitioner on filing a written objection praying for rejection of that application, denying the alleged divorce and contending inter alia that the application under section 125 was quite maintainable and the applicant was entitled to get maintenance allowance as prayed for. Upon hearing both parties, the learned magistrate by order dated 17/1/89 rejected the husband's application under the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986 as he was of the view that it was not maintainable. The husband petitioner did not challenge this order before higher court and allowed the case under section 125 CRPC to be proceeded with. Upon consideration of the evidence adduced by the parties during the trial of the miscellaneous case, the learned magistrate by his judgment dated 1/11/90 allowed the application under section 125 CRPC directing the petitioner husband to pay maintenance with effect from the date of filing of the case at the rate of rupees 150 per month for the wife herself and at the rate of rupees 125 per month for the minor son till his attainment of majority. The basic challenge is with reference to the alleged lack of power of the second respondent for issuing annexure P2 notification purported to be in exercise of section 3(2) read with section 5 of the CGST Act as the said power is exclusively rated upon the central government and not the second respondent board. It is further pointed out that the appointment of proper officer as envisaged under the statute can be effected only by the commissioner in the board as evident from subsection 2 of section 168 of the CGST Act and further that it can only be done by way of a notification in the official gazette as envisaged under section 161 of the CGST Act. Annexure P1 is only a circular and there is not a gazette notification. It is further case of the petitioners that the second respondent board, as per Annexure P2, has identified multiple authorities to act as central tax officers under the CGST Act, and they are exercising the powers of proper officer with reference to Annexure P1 and P2, by virtue of which the petitioners are being harassed and they have to appear before different officers placed in different states, which is totally aligned to the scheme of the statute.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.